Hello, my friends. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you're all having a great day. We're going to do a little skincare update. First thing I'm doing, of course, I have cleansed my face the night before, but I have taken my Bioderma and I'm just lightly going over my eyelashes to make sure that there is no mascara or makeup left over from the night before. So now my skin's feeling a little parched because I'm back to using my Refisa, and I have been using it every night, so my skin is a little flaky. So I'm going to use a gentle cleanser, and this one that I'm using is by African Botanics. It's their Pure Marula Cleansing Oil, and I'm going to take it on my Clarisonic, and I am using the Clarisonic Smart Profile here. First, I'm just going to massage some of this oil onto my dry skin, and then I am going to wet the head, the brush, of the Clarisonic just lightly, and then from there I'm going to just cleanse my skin. Now this is just to help lift up some of the flakiness, and I'm using the oil cleanser because it is much more gentle on the skin than using anything else at this point. And my face is already clean, so I don't really need to break down any makeup, but I do like the oil cleanser because it does gently cleanse the skin in the morning. And I'm keeping my eyes closed because the Clarisonic tends to splash and then I get an oil film over my eyes. And I do lightly go over my eyebrows and lightly underneath my eye with this Clarisonic. And the brush I'm using on this one is the Gentle, I believe. So I'm going to fast forward the video a little bit just to cut it down. So I will be right back. All right, so at this point, I am just taking a warm washcloth and wiping the residue of the oil cleanser off of my skin, preparing it for the next step. So I will fast forward through this. Okay, what I'm telling you here is the attachment that comes with the new Clarisonic that is supposed to help with serums. It's a thumbs down for me. I think it's a gimmick, but that's just my opinion. So right now I'm just fanning my face lightly just to dry it a little bit, and we are going to move on to our next step, which is going to be my Zellen's PHA Bio Peel Resurfacing Facial Pads. I really like these. I'm just about finished with the container. I especially like to use things like this when I am using Retin A because I feel that we need to use some sort of glycolic, some sort of lactic. We need to be breaking down the flaky skin that is laying on the surface. And let's not forget our ears, lady, because we all know there's two things that never stop growing, and it's your ears and your nose, and we do not want to have ugly ears. And I'm telling you to do your chest with those also. All right, moving on. All right, so the next step is the NIA 24. It's a niacin-powered skin therapy. This particular lotion is for sun-damaged repair of the décolleté and hands. It's a micronutrient delivery system with niacin, and it has 2.5% pro-niacin patent formula, and it's for sun and age damage. I also use it on my forearms because I notice I have some age spots there. And I will say that I absolutely love the smell of this. It's very different in smell than anything I have ever used. But anyway, I massage a good amount into my arms, onto my chest, and at night I do use it on my hands. It smells so good. All right, we can't forget our lips. So the next step I'm going to do is I'm going to lightly exfoliate my lips with the lip scrub by the flavor I'm using right now is the passion fruit. I absolutely love it. You need very small amount of this, and you just lightly exfoliate your lips. I get in the corners a lot. That's where my dryness usually builds up. and it just tastes so yummy. And then I just lightly wipe it off with a cloth, and we move on from there. All right, so now we're going to move on to my masking. I am going to use the Monat Professional Eye Lift Firming Treatment. I actually have had this for a little while, but because I alternate my eye mask, I still have some of this left. This one does come with its own pads. I pump out about 4 pumps, sometimes 5 pumps of this, and then I lightly spread it on the actual iPad, and I'll take it and then just tap it onto my under eye and then just apply the mask. And these you're supposed to leave on about 10 or 15 minutes, and I leave it on according to the amount of time I have. And sometimes that's 3 minutes, sometimes it's 8 minutes, sometimes it's 15 minutes, and sometimes I'll leave it on even longer than that. But these do work nice. They are a very nice eye mask. They do hydrate, so I do enjoy these. So the next mask I'm going to use, and this one here is a medical grade mask, and you know I love masks, and if it's going to be a medical grade mask, I even like it more. This is by Nugene. It's the Clinical Miracle Mask, and this one here is after you cleanse, you just apply it on, and this one you allow to dry for 5 minutes. Now you don't need a lot of this mask. You just need a very thin layer, and I do feel a slight tingling with this mask, but that could be because of the flakiness in the Retina A use, but it's a very comfortable mask. There's nothing burning or aggravating about it. So I put this on and I will leave it on for 5 minutes, and if you have the time, you could also apply this to your neck and also do a test, a little test spot on your neck, because some people's necks are very sensitive. Mine is not. So I'm going to leave this on for 5 minutes along with the eye mask, and then I will return. Okay, since I have some time, let's talk about what I did into my body in the shower. I used the Buddy Scrub. It's Hey Gorgeous, I'm Raw Cacao. This is really a nice body scrub. And for a lotion, I use the Caudalie, and it's the Nourishing Body Lotion. I absolutely love the smell of this. And this one here is the Alpha Skincare. This is a 12% glycolic acid, and I use this on the back of my arms for those beautiful little bumps we get. All right, it is time to remove the mask. I peel the eye mask off, and what I will do is I will just take my finger and rub in any extra solution that may be left over. And I just do this because most of it has already done what it's supposed to do, but before I go and wipe off anything, I just give it an extra little rub, because you never know what might be waiting to be received. All right, so now I'm just going to take a warm washcloth and I am going to remove the mask. And I will tell you, this mask feels wonderful after you take it off. I don't know if you will see the difference in my skin. I am using my older Rebel camera for this, and the lighting is not perfection, but my skin does glow after this and it feels wonderful. I still do have some flaking, but that's because I'm being a little aggressive with the Refisa. All right, so I'm going to fast forward. I just wanted to come back and show you what my skin looks like. It really does feel and look wonderful. And no morning is complete without my Makeup Raw Sauce. I absolutely love this. Many ask me, do I feel, because it has a little alcohol in it, if it is bad for the skin? Perhaps it may be for some, but for me, my skin responds to this. It does not dry my skin out at all. I absolutely love this product. I have gone through bottles and bottles, and I just lightly pat at the end of the application because I'm all about pushing things into the skin. All right, so the next step is going to be our serum, and this is by Rejuveniqe. This is their Rejuvenating Dual Serum, so it is a dual chambered serum. And this product has 95% concentration of their patented MRC. It's the next generation growth factor technology. It has powerful formula of over 10 skin essential ingredients, including advanced copper peptides, amino acids, antioxidants, and plant-based extracts. It is said to reveal your most beautiful asset, your skin. This really feels wonderful, and I put it on my ears, my neck, everywhere. It is just a really nice serum. It has a gel-like and a cream-like. Each chamber is separate, and I blend them together and just work them over my skin, and it leaves you with a really nice, light, fresh feeling. All right, it's time to move on to our lips, which means that I'm going to bring out my Genu, and many ask me if I use the Genu. Many are also going to ask me why I didn't use a vitamin C serum. I'm just out of it right now, and I haven't been able to get out and get any with little lovely Harley. So of course I'm using the microsphere conducting gel with this, and what I do is just put it on and I go over the serum I just used, the Rejuveniqe, because I want to push it in, because on my face, my deepest lines are around my mouth and, of course, my marionette lines. So I just glide them lightly over there, but the main focus is on my, yes, that's what I want to say. The main focus is on my lips. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and fast forward this because it is for 1 minute that I work this in. My next step is an eye serum, and right now I am using the Niod Fractionated Eye Contour Concentrate, and this you apply underneath your eyes and I lightly massage it in. It can also be applied to the eyelid, which I do because when I'm using Refisa, my eyelids peel like crazy. Even though I don't put the Refisa directly on my eyelids, my body heat at night helps it to travel, which is a good thing because it's anti-aging the lids. But I do need some extra moisture then, and I do like this one because it can be used on the eyelids, and that's part of that Decium line. So now I will again go in with my Genu, and I will wipe it off from my lips, and now I will put a little bit of the conducting gel on it, and I just put a pea and then I massage it onto the silver head you see. And I will now just go ahead and massage that into my eyes, and I'm going to fast forward this because I do it a minute on each eye. And now it is time to do my eye cream, and right now I'm using the Tata Harper Restorative Eye Cream. I really like this. It's the closest thing I have found to the Sunday Riley eye cream, which she made into a rollerball style, and it's not easily available, and I'm rebelling because she changed the size of it and the style, the applicator, which I don't like. So I just massage this in, and I will do some extra pressure and really try to help with the drainage of the puffiness and just go from there. I am not using the caffeine right now because I'm doing an experiment, which I explain in another video. All right? All right, so the next step is to apply my Matrixyl by The Ordinary, and this does have some hyaluronic acid in it. And I just take a dropper and massage it into my hand, and then I just press it into my neck, my chest, my face, and go from there. This is always after I have allowed the Rejuveniqe serum to soak in a little bit. All right, this is another unnecessary step, but something I really like to do. I think it just gives me a nice boost of moisture and helps to lock things in. It's by Caudalie, and it's their Eau de Beauté. It's the Beauty Elixir. I love it, and I spray it usually. The next thing I'm going to apply is my Hylamide Sub-Q Anti-Age. This is the Advanced Serum Hyaluronic Acid. Many of you wanted me to try this, so I am. And this is my last step before moisture. And then after this, and I just pat it in and make sure that it's really throughout my whole face. And then from there, I am going to allow that to dry just for a small amount of time. And I will then move on to my moisturizer. And right now I am using the PCA skincare system, and this is the hydrating balm. I absolutely love this. It is extremely moisturizing for my dry skin, and you don't need a lot of it. It's very concentrated. It's not, it says balm, but it's not like most balms. It's really a beautiful skincare line. This skincare line, the PCA, is one to watch because I have been reading a lot on it. All right, the next thing we are going to do is our neck, and I am still using the Luzerne Laboratories. This is their neck cream to firm, brighten, and perfect. I actually like this neck cream. I feel it really soaks in. It doesn't interfere. It doesn't make my hair greasy if my hair gets caught in it. I find it really soaks in well. I'm not sure that my neck is improving, but I am using it morning and night, and I am halfway through the jar, so we shall see at the end. I will give a final review, but for right now, I do like this neck cream. And I know, I'm crazy to spend this amount of money on a lip balm, but I absolutely love the La Mer lip balm. I will not change. I have tried so many, and this one works for me. And I love everything about it. I love the texture. I love the flavor. I love everything about it. Can you see? Can you see? All right, I am back, and we are going to apply our sunscreen, but I always wait about 5 minutes before, and right now I am using the Supergoop Skin Soothing Mineral Sunscreen with SPF of 40. I apply a very small amount, and I just massage it all over my face, under my eyes, my ears, my neck. I just make sure I have a good coating of sunscreen on my face. And this one does not interfere with makeup application. And that is the end of my skincare routine. So I thought I would just tell you what I did to my hair today, and then my video that follows this, you will see the results of the hair. In shower, I washed only my scalp with the the Colorproof thinning hair, the Bio Repair 8. I did only my scalp. And then I washed the ends with my Colorproof Remoisturizing Shampoo. It's one of my favorites. But then I used the Monat Replenish Mask, which is infused with Cone Infusion, the Rejuveniqe. That's their trademark. I used it in the shower, and I will say it feels like a phenomenal mask. It immediately detangled. I absolutely loved it, and I had to use a small amount of it, and I left it on my hair for 10 minutes. So I did my hair first and then put the mask on. Now I am using the oil, and this was sent to me. Lisa, so many of you asked Lisa what I thought of this system. So she sent me the oil, the mask, and the blowout cream. And Lisa knows that I am not one to say anything I do not want to say. So she just sent it. No stipulations, my friends. No request of me to say anything. I am using the Rejuveniqe oil, and I'm just putting a very small amount on and massaging it to 1/2 of my hair because I want to blow dry it and I want to see how it works. And on the other half, I will use the Bio Repair oil that I talked about in a video. But anyway, I haven't dried my hair yet to know how it's going to feel, but the mask did feel fabulous in the shower. So we are going to apply the Bio Repair 8. I do the same thing. I take a very small few drops and then I just massage it all onto my scalp. I focus on the areas that's thinning, and that is at my not my temples, just above my temples, where I would part my hair on the side. Those are my thinnest areas. So massaging that oil in and just working it into the scalp, that is what you're supposed to do with either one of these oils. So now on the ends of my hair, I am going to use two of my favorite oils, which I blend together. Not necessary, but these work for me. I'm going to take 2 pumps of the Moroccan oil treatment oil, and then I'm going to take 1 full pump of the Kerastase Elixir Ultime. I absolutely love this combination together. Today, I am going to put only for you the Blowout Cream by Monat, or Monat, I'm not sure how to say it. I have never heard of this line until most recently. But anyway, I took just a pea-size amount of it. Now I'm massaging all of them together to almost emulsify them in my hands. They actually smell pretty good together. Now I'm going to run this only through the ends of my hair. I'm not going by my scalp with any of this, because when I put oil on my scalp, because my hair is so healthy at the root, it weighs it down. So I basically focus on the ends, and then I will take a very wide tooth comb. I will start from the bottom down, and I will distribute that oil throughout my hair, as well as the blowout cream. So to see the final results of this, watch the next videos, and until then, thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe. We're anti-aging here. Be happy, healthy, beautiful, and most of all, my friends, lovable. Bisous!